Hello friends, so today we're cleaning a house. So we are back again. Just 2 weeks ago I was here and I submitted a bid on this property. On the video it is the property number 2 and the bid was accepted. However, the bid that I submitted is actually going to change, but I'll discuss a little bit more about that later. Anyway, I brought all of my equipment, meaning my little shop vac. I brought all of my cleaning supplies, towels, gloves, as much as I could imagine that we might need. I went ahead and brought it, just wanted to make sure, and I actually hired somebody or a couple of people to help me out. So the lady I hired today is Shara. Shara is Miss K's daughter, and she was needing some extra money, so I thought, hey, why not? Come on down. So she called for the kitchen, and I'll tell you what, that kitchen is a big job in itself. The house has been exterminated, but we've got ourselves at the ready. You just never know if they got them all. So with her doing the kitchen, that frees me up to work on the 2 bathrooms, the 3 bedrooms, and the living room. And just try to get in there and get as much done as I possibly could. So I also enlisted a little bit of help from my daughter to get some of these big things out of the yard, load them up in the back of my pickup, and run them over to the dumpster at the other property. And we finally got all that out of there. It still could use a little bit of cleaning, but we're taking the yard mowing off of the list. It is almost 6 o'clock. Shara will be back. And we are on the home stretch. There's a few things on the walls I want to wipe off just to make them look a little better. Even though the house is being sold as is, I still feel like we need to take a little bit of time. Now she's got this thawing out, got it turned off. So that's what we have left to do, and we're shooting to be done by about 8 o'clock. So we shall see how it goes. Let's get started. So at about 7:30 this evening, the only thing left to do was the burners and such for the stovetop, and then this floor. This floor was going to need a couple of rounds anyway, just like the rest of the house. Every room in the rest of the house needed 2 or 3, and this one was going to be no different. I just told her to go visit with her mom and I would finish it up. So I just want to say, hiring somebody to do this kitchen was the best thing that I could have done. And the reason I say that is because having somebody else focus on one part and then me focusing on the rest of it, it allowed us to do a complete job rather than focusing in on just the first impressions. I hope that makes sense. The first impression is what they see when you open the door. It's no different than detailing a car. You know, you want them to see the final result when they open that driver door. Alrighty, friends. The house is done. I'll give you a look. All cleaned out. We left the fridge on because we were not sure if they were going to use it. But Shara got the kitchen cleaned. Yeah, some of these cabinets didn't come clean, so, you know. But we got them looking much, much better. Definitely looks like an as-is home now. Looks really good. Now, let me show you the rest of the house. This floor looks much, much better. I had to mop it 2 or 3 times. This floor just never came clean, but I got a lot of dirt out of it, so that's a good thing. Now, along the edges, I swept and I vacuumed. Let's look at this bathroom. It looks really good. It cleaned up nicely. It's not perfect, but it did clean up pretty nice. The toilet cleaned up pretty nice also. This one cleaned up. The other one needed a pumice stone, but I do not have one. So I'll see if somebody I know might have one that can bring it to me tomorrow, and I'll run over here and take care of it. Now, this floor looks much, much better. I did a little bit of wiping on the walls, but these walls are they're just torn up. They need a really good paint job. But I got all of the decals, the wall decals off. Got this cleaned up. Looks really good in here. I mean, if it got a good paint job and some trim around the floor and fix that drywall, I think this would actually be a nice little room. We did a little bit of wiping on the walls here too. There was quite a bit of, along this wall over here, there was quite a bit. You can still see some of it, but I was able to get a lot of it off. I mean, it had some pretty serious smudges going on. So this home is a 1999. It was manufactured in June of 1999. So, and it was out of Central City, Nebraska. Not bad. Okay, so we got this floor cleaned up. I vacuumed, you know, right there where all of the little floors meet the trim and around the edges. I got that. I wiped this off and did the best I could with it, but it was pretty messy. And then I did some vacuuming here to kind of clean it up, give it a better look. All of the lights and stuff, I put those in here. The light fixtures and stuff, I've got those wiped out. That looking better. And here is this front bathroom. There was quite a few of this, whatever this is, on there. There's quite a bit of it on there, but I was able to get quite a bit of it off. And I got this looking much better. I'm not sure what's on the wall here. It wouldn't scrape off for me. It was kind of stained. Anyway, got the bathtub looking good. I wiped all around it. Tried to get it cleaned up there. It's pretty stained up, but we made it look much, much better. Kind of wish I had my water spot remover. I would have done something with that. But anyway, this toilet, let me show you. This was the one that was really bad. This is the one that really needs a pumice stone. This toilet seat is trash. There's nothing you can do about it. It just falls apart as you touch it. So I've stopped messing with it, and you know, because as I was scrubbing, that was just coming off. But anyway, this needs a pumice stone. Otherwise, it would probably clean up pretty well if I had that. But looks much, much better. Got the floor mopped. I did some wiping on the doors. My hope was that we could give them a better look. I got these cleaned up. And got these cleaned up and wiped out. Had to vacuum them first, but did get them cleaned up. So, oh, and I got the front door and the windows. I got the windows wiped down. There was a lot of internal, because these are, you got a window pane here, and then there's like a 2-inch space, and then there's another window pane. Now, we got a lot of this stuff out of the yard. We got all of the big stuff was out of the yard, except there's some cinder blocks over there. They've still got some Christmas lights and decorations on this porch, but I don't have a tool to cut them off, and I can't get them to weave through. I don't even know how they got them weaved through in the first place. But okay. That door looks much, much better. I scrubbed it and then I wiped it. So first let me say thank you to Tori and thank you to Shara. I do appreciate their help. That made, that took a lot of load off of me. Just Shara doing the kitchen alone took a lot of load off of me, and we were able to complete the job early on the interior. We did take a few things off. You might remember that I bid this at $960, but when I made my bid video, I did explain that 100 of that is probably not going to make it on there because there was a dumpster. So I would not have any dump fees, but we also put on there that we mowed. However, we did not mow, but we did clean up the yard. The yard was in pretty rough shape. Now, there's more of the yard back there where the weeds and stuff are as tall as me. We did not go back there and mess with anything. We just figured we'd wait until they knocked it down, and if we need to come back, no problem. We can load up the trash and take it out. It's not a big deal. So I'll just kind of keep up with her and find out who's going to mow it and when it's done and all of that. But anyway, thanks for hanging out on my channel, guys. I sure do appreciate it. And until the next video, you know how it goes. I'm going home to eat some supper, but we'll see you later.